Hey guys, what's going on? Thomas Grabowski here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I thought I'd jump on today to just share some information with you guys about some things I've been writing on. I've been doing a lot of brainstorming about different ideas and things that interest me, and a lot of topics that I think all are really interrelated and interconnected. And I thought I'd jump on here today to share some of these ideas with you guys. So a lot of the times I love a lot of different topics and I like to explore different areas, and I think there's different areas that connect with each other. So for example, like when it comes to being healthy, what does it mean to be healthy in the first place, right? And what constitutes a healthy person? And I believe there's definitely many factors that can contribute to the health and well-being of an individual. And I thought I'd just kind of run I'm probably just going to go off the cuff and kind of just share some of the things that I think make a healthy individual and what you can do possibly, maybe not, but most likely to be a healthier person, right? So to me, when it comes to really understanding what it means to be a healthy person, means integrating many different variables together to create health. So what does that mean? So the variables that can constitute a healthy person can be nutrition, diet, exercise, sleep, rhythms, having good bowel movements, digestive health, um, managing stress effectively. I think a huge one, which I think is really underrated and not talked about enough, is your state of being, right? Not just mindset, not just thinking, but actually the state of being that you're in. Like, are you in a real self or are you exhibiting false ego self? Important question to ask yourself. Am I being real right now? Or am I being fake? Or am I trying to please other people because this is just what I do to get where I want to be? Again, who we are, I think, speaks so much louder than what we say or do. That's not my quote. That's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Because it's true, you can be smart, but you can still come off as a jerk towards other people, right? So character, that your state of being, what kind of person are you being? Are you being an asshole? Are you being nice? Are you being authentic? Are you not being authentic, right? Being yourself, I think truly and ultimately is the most ultimate and greatest form of expression we have. And I believe that a lot of people who are geniuses reach levels of genius get there because they're not afraid to express their authentic raw self. So sometimes these people can come off as really eccentric or strange or odd, but it's just a way of them expressing their individuality. So in a way, from a societal perspective, it may seem like they're really weird and odd, but from a level of genius, these people are absolutely brilliant, but we don't recognize that until they die or like 50 to 100 years later. And this has happened time and time and time again. So give the weird guy a chance, right? Anyways, I did go on a major tangent there. But essentially, these elements really help people become a more healthier human being, right? And this is just a very general overview that I'm talking about, some things that you can kind of think about when you're watching this video is like, which areas of my life in regards to my own personal health do I need? Do I need to sleep more? I know a lot of people are sleep deprived, and sleep is seen as a weakness in our society. Unfortunately, you need sleep because if you didn't sleep, you'd probably be dead. You spent most of the time awake, but at least 7 to 9 hours, I'd say 7 to 8 hours a night, you should be getting sleep. Taking naps throughout the day, 1 to 2 naps, 10 to 20-minute naps. I recommend like even a 12-minute, I usually set a timer for 12 minutes or 22 minutes is probably the max I'd go is 22. But those small little naps can really help boost your energy. And it's a lot better than grabbing a coffee because coffee's gonna take a lot of your life force and energy out in order to be more alive. And that's a more complex topic that I don't really want to jump into. But essentially, things that stimulate you, they require resources from you to stimulate you. So, yeah, I don't want to dive into it, but essentially, nutrients and energy is extracted out of your body in order for you to get that caffeine hit. But then after you get the hit, you're going to have a crash, right? Unless you have another coffee. And that's how the chain reaction of addictions can begin, which isn't really healthy. Is even if it's something like coffee, which is considered normal, it's not. I'd say it's a good tool when you need it, but I find too many people are reliant on it for energy. So instead of grabbing that cup of coffee, maybe you can just take a nap for 10 to 22 minutes. And that'll give you a huge energy boost and you'll feel more refreshed versus drained. So yeah, sleep is something you can focus on. Nutrition, I think diet is a huge element when it comes to being a healthier, happier, more self-expressed individual. Nutrient dense foods, things that come from Mother Earth, from the ground, root vegetables, any kind of vegetable, really. Plant-based proteins, animal-based proteins, healthy fats, whole grains, preferably whole grains, some kind of carbs that are in their natural unadulterated state. Anything that resembles anything close to nature or in its wholeness is probably the best thing that you want to consume, no matter who you are. Just because you're going to get a lot of nutrition out of the food, and it's really going to help you stay satiated throughout the day. If you have a nutrient-dense breakfast, you can have 4 to 5 hours, maybe even 6 hours of energy without any snacking whatsoever. So for example, a nutrient-dense breakfast for myself is a bowl of soup, right? Something you'd have for dinner. However, if you're invested in being your best self, then having a nutrient-dense breakfast like soup is going to give you the nutrients you need to be sustained through a long period of time before you're hungry for your next meal. And there's a lot of benefits to eating nutrient-dense foods. I think number one is that you stay satiated longer, you stay fuller throughout the day, and you have a steady state of energy versus these sugar crashes and sugar lows that you would experience from a diet that is not nutrient-dense or nutrient deficient. Because you'll get that quick burst of energy through nutrient-deficient foods like cereals or any kind of processed like cookies or pastries or coffee or a mixture of pastry and coffee. That's just a disaster combo when it comes to nutrition. Yes, you'll get a surge of energy, but you're gonna feel like crap guaranteed 4, 5, 6 hours throughout the day, and you're gonna be snacking on more high sugar foods, and it's just kind of spiraling you down into a negative state energetically and nutritionally, which is not ideal for being your best self, right? So again, nutrient-dense foods, things that are wholesome. I love soups, stews, chilies, any kind of like dish that contains a bunch of ingredients in it that contains whole food ingredients is the way to go. So nutrient-dense foods. So sleep, nutrient-dense foods. I'd also argue exercise. I'm probably going to cut this short right now. This is going to be part 1 of this video. If you guys want to see more, feel free to stay tuned because I'm going to be posting it coming soon.